We're live.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. This is the Delaware County Commissioners Special Meeting. It's Friday, April 17th, 2020. John, could you call the roll, please, for the commissioners?
Sure. Commissioner Reagan.
Present.
Commissioner King.
Here.
Commissioner Henry.
Here. Thank you. If members of the public have questions or comments about the content of this meeting, you may email those to commissioners, COMMISSIONERS at co.delaware.in.us. That's commissioners at co.delaware.in.us. Okay, let's get some updates. Jamie, can you give us an update? The health department, please.
Yes, sir. Jamie Bain, Administrator, Delaware County Health Department. It's been business as usual here. Our nurses have been busy tracking contacts of all of our confirmed cases. I don't know if you guys saw the press release today. We're over 100 and we've now hit our 6th confirmed death that's attributed to COVID-19 as well. Earlier in the month, we had an order put out by Health Officer Donna Wilkins restricting transfers of nursing home patients into Delaware County. I believe you're all aware, but that order went into effect in a very timely manner to prevent the transfer of over 20 patients that were subsequently found to be positive for COVID-19. So my belief is that that order stood in the way of what would have been a disaster locally. Recently, the state health commissioner has issued a statewide order that supersedes our local order, allowing for all those transfers to occur. It puts into place some guidelines and some directives on how that is to occur, but our local belief is that that's still an error and we still want those transfers restricted. We have filed a appeals letter with the state of Indiana. We've also followed up on that. We have not received any kind of formal reply from them. The closest thing we've gotten is a reiteration that their order stands during a press conference yesterday. But I'll keep the commissioners posted on any changes to that.
Okay, thank you very much, Jamie. Donna Wilkins, could you give us an update, please?
As Jamie said, we have over 100 cases now and our 6th death. We get cases daily. It quite varies. Some days we'll get 3 or 4, and then if it's a nursing home, we may get 7 or 8. The strike team from the State Department of Health has been doing more testing in the nursing homes because that's our big concern, and that's the problem, are the nursing homes.
Okay. Anybody got any questions for the health department? Okay, the reason for the meeting is the extension of the disaster declaration. This number is 2020-07. John, you want to put that up?
There it is.
Okay, this declaration is the same as last, correct?
Yes, it is.
Extending till next Friday.
April 24th, right.
I'll make a motion to approve the declaration.
Second.
We have a motion to approve the declaration and a second. John, can you call the roll, please?
Sure. Commissioner King.
Yes.
Commissioner Reagan.
Yes.
Commissioner Henry.
Yes. Okay, thank you for that. That's the approval of the continued declaration. I want to talk about a couple of things real quick. Obviously, we're working on we want to try to get our employees back to the county building in a safe manner. We want to protect our employees, and we also want to protect the public. This week and last week, I had been speaking with Charlie Walker, our maintenance director there. Charlie has, obviously hand sanitizer is a big thing. Charlie's been trying to get that hand sanitizer ordered. A lot of it's on back order. He's checked with a number of vendors and it is on back order. However, he did receive, I think like 25 bottles today. And Jason at EMA, of course, we've been talking every day. Jason did provide him with several gallon of the sanitizer that Jason had received. So we're working with Charlie on that. We're also working, I sent out a letter to the department heads and elected officials, just keeping them, having them to start thinking about ways to better protect our employees and the public once the building opens. I'll start off by talking about Treasurer Ed Carroll's office. His office, his big office, has a very large counter space. I felt like that it would be important to try to get some kind of a sneeze or cough protector on that counter. Ed is working on that. He actually just sent me some quotes just a second ago. So we'll take a look at those, but those will be a plexiglass shield basically up on the counters to try to protect, again, both our employees and the public. There'll be a little slot under them to stick payments or documents. And so we'll try to protect people that way. We obviously are having a hard time. I've been working with Jason and Jamie on this. We've been having a hard time to locate the N95 mask. Jamie and Jason have both, we've talked, we feel like that it would be more appropriate for our employees to have the surgical style mask. So Jason is working on obtaining some of those masks. And John's also got a line on some. So John's been trying to get some also. I think when Charlie and I spoke, we have hand sanitizer, the little stations out in the hallways. He did install some in the courtrooms to try to help them over there as well. I know Jason is getting numbers from both the Justice Center and the jail to figure out the number of employees to see exactly how many masks they'll be needing, and gloves also. So we'll provide our employees with that. County Highway is kind of a challenge. I've been talking with Mr. Jesse, Bob Jesse, the highway director, about County Highway and trying to get all of his employees back as well. We are trying to provide them with masks. The problem with County Highway and the surgical mask is those surgical masks would get dirty, could get dirty fairly quick depending on what kind of job they're doing. So we got a line on some cloth masks that are being made, and what we suggested was that they put a cloth mask over one of the surgical masks, and then maybe we can make those surgical masks last for a couple days, and then they could take the cloth mask home and wash it and dry it and sanitize it however they have to. But so Bob did order some a cloth mask, so we should be looking down the road to try to get these people back to work. And again, we want to do it in a safe manner that will protect our employees and also the public. You guys have any questions about that?
Yeah, Shannon, I appreciate working on that. And I've been thinking about the highway because we do have so many projects out there that needs to be started, but could we just not stagger the staff, like let them work maybe 10 at a time and then the next day another 10 instead of
Yeah. Bob, Troy, and I have talked about talking about 1 week, maybe having half come in Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then switching off the next week with the other half. Bob and Troy are coming up with a plan for us to look at. So we will come up with a plan this week, and hopefully get that out to everybody to take a look at. But we're taking all the precautions we can to, obviously, again, to minimize the risk to our employees and the public. Does anybody have anything? Any questions?
right now that we are closed, but some of the offices are coming in Monday, Thursday. And then there's just some offices, I don't know if they're keeping up with all the work because I'm hearing, we're selling houses. People need to move, need to buy a house. And I just want to make sure that all the department heads are keeping things moving and answering the telephone and going in and making the calls back people have, so we can be a servant to the public like we are elected to be.
Absolutely, and I agree with you. I sent out an email last week reminding everybody that we needed to make sure that we either had calls forwarded to the phones or responded to emails, make sure everyone was responding to the emails, and also checking on the voicemails in the office to make sure we're communicating with the public at our best ability right now. So I agree with you, and I did send out an email last week stating that.
Thank you.
Just kind of we're making preparations to make sure our employees are safe, and we want to make sure that all the businesses out there are doing the same. We need to, we're all going to have to work together to try to ensure the safety of our employees and the public. This is a new journey we're on, but all businesses and I know there are some that'll probably be starting back to work soon, but we really need to think about your employees and any public that comes into your facility, because we want to make sure they're safe. And if that means getting masks for your employees, then I think that's something that's important. That's what we're trying to do. And so just for the public, we need to make sure everybody is trying to do that for all of us. We're doing this for everyone, not only our employees, but for the public. And we need to protect each other right now.
And that's something we could put in our declaration next week, is that we won't open until everybody can't come in until they have a mask on.
We will provide masks for everyone. Jason's got a line on those right now, and he is getting numbers.
I mean, the public.
Oh, the public.
The public has to have a mask on to come into our courthouse.
That's what you think they should have?
I think we need to start, yes, looking that way.
I think that's a great idea.
We go to the grocery stores.
I think they
So-
should have one when they go into the grocery. I think that everybody should have a mask on that goes into the grocery.
And I've seen a lot of people going in, but when I get inside some stores, the employees don't even have them on. And I just disagree with that. I think we need to be safe all the way around. But it's a free world, so there you are.
Okay, does anybody have anything else?
No, can't think of anything right now.
James, you okay?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to recess.
I'll second.
We have a motion to recess in a second. Roll call, John?
Commissioner King,
Yes.
Commissioner Reagan,
Yes.
Commissioner Henry.
Yes. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Shannon. Appreciate your leadership.